today. From Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, this is Madden NFL 21 on EA Sports. We'll see Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs taking on Sam Darnold and the New York Jets.
A month or two from now, the chilly hand of winter will certainly seize upon the Midwest, but for now, it's a great afternoon for football at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with the New York Jets. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. Returnable here for Davis. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here now comes the Jets offense, and the man that will be captaining the ship at 6'3", it's Sam Darnold.
Year 3 now of Sam Darnold being the starting quarterback with the New York Jets, and as you might expect, some ups and downs along the way. That's what happens with young quarterbacks. Last year, 19 touchdowns, 13 interceptions, had to play through some sickness and injury, but the Jets really believe in this guy and showed it by upgrading their offensive line in order to get him more protection moving forward.
And here's the game's number 3 all-time rusher, Frank Gore. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Pretty shifty footwork, but didn't buy him much. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Second and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Darnold, quick hitter here, it's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick up the first with Gore. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
On first down, Darnold. Buying time to his left. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Darnold He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 36. 15 yards on the play, first down.
First down, Jets.
Catch there by Jamison Crowder. 78 catches, 833 yards, and 6 touchdowns in 2019. Operates very well out of the slot. One of the niftier receivers in the league.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 36. Now it's Darnold. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 more yards there and another first down.
First down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus, and indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
On first down, it's Gore. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. We're scoreless after 1. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And this is caught at the 8. And all the way down to the 5. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Five yards from the end zone, 1st and goal. Here's Darnold. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the first quarter before we spilled into the second, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. Now Fick in to kick off following the touchdown. Here's Mecole Hardman. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense coming out here and bringing them onto the field, the most valuable player of last year's Super Bowl, and that's Patrick Mahomes.
And his task in this situation is making sure that his team knows that there's a sense of urgency, yet somehow still stays calm. Because your natural impulse, your first possession is not until the second quarter, is you got to attack right away. Throw something big at them right away. Yeah, you got to move the ball, but maybe be a little bit careful in doing so.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 right at the 30. Now the seventh-year running back, it's Le'Veon Bell. He takes us from the 30 to the 34.
The ball carrier.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Mahomes, and he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 12 yards there and a first down.
Sammy Watkins is a former first-round pick in the NFL, and he sure reminded us during Kansas City's run to the playoffs last season. 10 catches in the AFC Championship game and a 98-yard receiving game in Super Bowl 54. He did talk about possibly stepping away and getting some time in the offseason, but Kansas City very happy to have him back in their lineup and in their fold.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Mahomes firing complete, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
Kansas City.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he'll get this underneath to Bell. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he'll be out of bounds. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire taking it in. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Harrison Bunker is on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Returnable here for Davis. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 30.
For the New York Jets, a familiar refrain here in 2020, dominated again in Week 5, this time at the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. 30-10, the Jets falling at home, and now 0-5. That's first time since 1996. They finished that season 1-15. But Joe Flacco, Charles, he subs for the injured Sam Darnold. making his first start as a Jet, and I think, probably the first start since week 8 of last year as a Bronco, right?
Yeah, you're exactly right, and, he couldn't get a whole lot going. 195 yards and a touchdown. They got
and the Chiefs are going to get him. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack.
The beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. A final shot before the break. Darnold, he finds Smith out of the backfield. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
You got to be smarter than that, man. Come on.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have the show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. But they are all even to this point. So to see if either side can pull away, let's get you right back out to Brandon and Charles for the start of the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. Here's Hardman on the return. And able to get this out to the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. Here's Mahomes to throw. He finds an opening past the 40. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
Tyreek Hill certainly makes the front office look good when they spend a 5th-round pick on a guy. Then in his first 4 seasons, 4 Pro Bowl nominations. Anytime he touches the football, he's a threat to take it the distance. Hard to get on the ground one-on-one in the open field. If you miss, in the blink of an eye, he's putting 6 on the board.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Le'Veon Bell.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 50-yard line.
last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And that is incomplete. So stop here defensively to start this 3rd quarter. Just what's needed in a tie ball game.
Yeah, good chance to build back some momentum on the defensive side of the ball. In fact, what they've done is give their offense a nice push in the back as they get ready to take the field.
Here's the Chiefs punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 42. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 42-yard line.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Darnold from the gun. Got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Completion there to Brashad Perriman, and the best part of his game coming out of UCF, his ability to run. A sub-4.4 sprinter. They need him now in New York to replace speedster Robbie Anderson, who signed with Carolina. He's going to take over the outside vertical routes that Anderson provided, and they're hoping for big plays downfield.
He may try and run for this. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But if the assignment gets mixed up, that's the end result.
As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On 1st down, it's Darnold. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
The Jets ball carrier.
So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, here's Pirine. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits 0.
That's going to be caught by Crowder. It's a Jets touchdown. Jamison Crowder, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets have taken the lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. Now Fick in to kick off following the touchdown. Here's Hardman on the return. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Mecole Hardman on the return. So Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 30.
Here comes Mahomes and the Chiefs. Down 14-7. A minute 56 to go. They need a touchdown to the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw, Mahomes. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Clock running, about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game. He'll look to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Now a desperation throw, deep depth. That's caught at the 25. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 51 yards.
4-yard line.
And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. To throw is Mahomes. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
21 more yards.
result, 21 yards.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
First down now, but that clock rolling. He's back to throw. Flush to his right. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
The mobile quarterbacks continue to populate the NFL. And Patrick Mahomes, he's certainly mobile, but that hasn't been his stock in trade for much of his career. But we did see him get into the end zone a couple times in the playoffs last year, and he was a leading rusher for Kansas City for much of those. 27-yard scramble for a touchdown in the AFC title game, and of course, he scored the first touchdown in last year's Super Bowl.
Butker on for the PAT. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Returnable here for Davis. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
On the return, the Jets take over first and 10.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. They'll start on the ground with Gore. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Darnold. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Here now, Sam Ficken. His heart must be racing. This from 55 yards out. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Here now, Sam Ficken. His heart must be racing. This from 55 yards out. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. 35-yard attempt. Normally you'd say well within his range. A little surprised he came up short.
And he knew it immediately, didn't he? They are so calibrated, aren't they? They can tell the touch, the feel. When they put the foot to the ball, whether it's going to be good or not, he knew immediately he didn't have that one.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Tie game, probably time for one final play here. What do you do in this spot?
Now you're thinking about Hail Mary. You've got to find a way to heave it all the way towards the end zone and give yourself a chance. Your time management sheet tells you with this amount left on the clock, you don't get cute and try and get 2 plays, because if you try that, that's all you're going to get is 1, and it won't be a 1 towards the end zone.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Returnable here for Davis. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
New York ready to go again offensively. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, first and 10, right at the 30. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Rashad Perriman. That'll bring up second down. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face, good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
Now on second down, this is Gore. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's third down.
Out of bounds behind the line of
That's just running the ball 101 because too much east-west, not enough north-south. Got to get upfield, don't you?
They just kept stringing him out before he knew it. He had hit the sideline. Third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Here's the Jets punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it's Chiefs football. First and 10. KC's offense ready to take over. Their defense did its job. Got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Now part 1 is done. Now part 2. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their own 43. First throw of overtime for Mahomes. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And that time almost intercepted. That would have changed things here in overtime, but instead second down.
It's now second.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing now is Mahomes. This is complete to Watkins on a slant. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Now Edwards-Helaire. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Offense. What you talking about, Rap?
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
I know it's a little bit of a cliche to talk about all the tight ends who are really wide receivers in the NFL, but Travis Kelce fits that perfectly. He led all tight ends last season with over 1,200 yards receiving, 4th in the NFL. I think he's one of the gold standards in the league for the tight end position, and I don't know if anyone has any more fun playing the game than Travis Kelce.
From the 6 now on 2nd and 3.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Brought down by Bradley McDougal. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
So the OT clock hits 0, and we're still not done. We'll switch sides and need at least one more OT to decide it after this. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. To throw, it's Mahomes. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column.
Touchdown, Chiefs.
Special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime. A little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we got the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Arrowhead.